Camping gear. Let's dive into that. I thought it might be fun if we unpack the camping suitcase together. We just got it back. All of the camping gear is still in there, folded up, and we need to unfold it. Here is the culprit. She's large. She wobbles. So for sleeping bags, the one that I use right now is this Mountain Warehouse one. It keeps me warm enough. It's my first mummy bag. I really like it. The majority of the camping that we do is in weather that doesn't go below like 3 degrees. Now, if I needed something to keep me warmer, this wouldn't do it. Leah recently upgraded to a North Face bag that is down feather. It looks huge right now, but she has a compression sack. This is how you're supposed to sort of transport it for like short-term use, so that it doesn't compress all of the feathers. So this is how we packed it in the suitcase. You should like unravel it and hang it up and all of that stuff, which we're gonna do. The camping pad that I use is the Climate Insulated Static V. Leah and I both use it. Super warm, great for side sleepers. The pad that I had before was not so great. It was pretty cheap. It was for use to kind of feel out whether or not I liked backpack camping. I've done like paddle out camping and stuff like that before, but I never had to like carry all my gear with me. So I had something cheaper. Turns out I love it. So we bought each of us one of these. We considered getting the double version, but I read online that it tears a little easier than just getting the singles and sleeping side by side. So that's what we do. This is the one that we've got. It's also super lightweight, which is awesome. Well, I wouldn't say super lightweight, but it's 680 grams, so lighter than what I was carrying before. Now, I'm huge on comfort, so I personally require a pillow when we go camping. And the pillow that I use is the Eros pillow. It's ultralight in regular from Sea to Summit. And she's in blue. This is the one that I use. It blows up really, really nicely. See the Sea to Summit there. You're supposed to store it flat and open so that the glue doesn't detach from itself. But it's got this nice, like, can the sun cooperate? Has this nice soft material on this side for my face. And then it's just kind of, I don't know what kind of fabric that is on the other side, but really good. Keeps my head warm. I love it. It's awesome. It comes with this little pouch that you can attach to your pack if you want to. Folds down really, really small. I can't remember how many grams it is, but I will put it here when I find it. Just a quick reminder that this is like a super budget system that works for us. It might not work for everybody, but it works for us. This is just a stove from Canadian Tire. It's like the most basic thing you could get. I think it cost us like 20 bucks. Now the igniter doesn't work anymore. So we have to light it with a lighter, which is fine because we're gonna have one regardless of whether or not we need one to light our camp stove. So this works for us. I'd love to upgrade, but it's not extremely necessary. You can also cold soak. So this is what works for us. Similarly, we'll mention the pots are also just like budget basic ones. They come with a lid, just like that little handle on the side here, and it just pops on top of that. It's just to boil water, basically. This one is also really lightweight, very, very lightweight. I think we got them on Amazon. It comes with a bigger one, which still has the plastic on, we've never used, but it all like, it nests together. We use the smaller one because you can fit a butane can in here, which is great. Makes everything nice and organized. So, budget. One thing that is more of like a luxury item that you don't usually waste weight on is this this little nifty device called a nano press. So you use this to push pressure through this body here, and you put water in it and then tip it over and the coffee comes out. It's really cool. It comes with its own little cup, and there's like little measuring spoons and stuff in there, which we don't usually bring because we just measure out the coffee. But yeah, it's really cool. So you just like pump it like that and then water comes out. Water, I mean, you know, coffee. So you put boiled water in it and it makes you a coffee. I'm sure you could put non-boiled water in it, but then you'd just be drinking cold coffee, and where's the joy in that when you're out in the woods? Doesn't feel very joyful. So yeah. Nanopresso is what it's called, not Nanopress. We're big on coffee in the woods to get us going, so this is a nice foldable little coffee mug, which is great. And then this is mine. I wanted to upgrade because this is just from the dollar store, it's very heavy. I wanted to upgrade this past summer, but I didn't get around to it. I want to get one of the really, really extremely lightweight ones with the fabric handle. So I think I'll probably do that this summer when we go camping. I'll put exactly the one that I want to get over here. The water system that I recently started using is the Katadyn bottle and filter. The light is not my friend right now. It has all these fun little, I don't really know what they're called, but they look like little tubes or fiber almost. I don't know if you can see that very well. I'll get a shot of it later. But yeah, and then it has this nice like collapsible bag, which is actually a lot more durable than I expected it to be. But yeah, 1 liter. This guy pops on nicely. I haven't tried it on any other bottles because I just got it this past summer. So I don't know, it'll probably fit on something with a little bit of a bigger mouth on it. This feels bigger than like a smart water bottle, but we do also have the Sawyer system as well. So we've got a couple of these bad boys and the Sawyer filter, if I can find that. This is the Sawyer filter that we use for the majority of the hikes that we do. We put this on a smart water bottle because durability, of course. But we also have a little backup mini one as well because it's extremely lightweight and you don't want to be caught out in the woods without clean water. So this guy. We also have a life straw, which honestly haven't used yet, but it feels even lighter than the mini Sawyer. So maybe this is the move instead. I don't know. This is for our bear bag. So it has its own little carabiner there. It's nice, durable rope. I can't remember what kind of rope it is, but I'll put it over here when I do find it. So yeah, I like it. It's cool looking. It looks like rock climbing rope, except for a bear bag. These are our base camp cards. So they come in a little tin and they basically just like prompt you to have conversations. Can you see that? So this one says, is there a question you've wanted to ask someone but been too afraid to? So when we're like hanging out in the tent or at camp over dinner or any assortment of activities when we have downtime, these are great. These come in handy more often than they are a nuisance in the pack. So worth it. And they're waterproof, which is bug nets. You never know when you're gonna need them. When we're hiking in Newfoundland or camping in Newfoundland, bugs, so many bugs. This doesn't avoid bites, but it sure as heck keeps my sanity intact when I am hiking and bugs are going directly into my ear. Really not fun, guys. Don't do that. So this is Ben's Invisinet, and then this one is just North 49. Any of these will work. They're all lightweight mesh. Like, it's not gonna, goodbye. It's not gonna matter. We recently actually upgraded to Yuko utensils. They come with a little strap that attaches them, and I believe you can just like strap it to your pack. But they toss into your bag very nicely. They're really, really slim, and they're kind of all you need. They have a little serrated edge on this side, which is great. Fork, spoon, this. So this goes in here, through, and then loops around, just like that, so that they don't get lost. Great! We use the Sea to Summit Wilderness Wash to wash everything. If something needs washing, this is there. So this is great. It is a multi-purpose outdoor wash, biodegradable. So you really only need like a little bloop, and then it suds right up. It's great. Awesome. Would recommend. Tiny little package, 50 milliliters. It's great. Small. I recently picked up this toothbrush as well this past summer. So here's the toothbrush portion, and then in the bottom here, it comes with its own like refillable little tube. So that's great. This bottom cap comes off, and that's where you put the toothpaste, and then there's a cap up here, and it just slides right in. Wonderful! I love this. I love this. And then this is our little scrubber and scraper for pots. It's MSR. It's great. Super lightweight. All the good things. Of course, no kit is complete without some sort of bandage padding for your feet. And that's what we've got right here. This has come in handy more times than once. Do not skimp on the bandages on the first aid kit. Do not, please. If you're gonna skimp on anything, not that. Not that. As mentioned before, bugs, I hate them. I'm sure everybody else hates them too. But Leah's mom got us these. They're called buzz patches. And so, let me get them out. They're these citronella smelling patches that just like stick to your clothes. They're great. They actually smell so much like citronella, and they stick really, really well too. So they're great. I put one on the front of my hat, on the back of my hat, to avoid the buzzing in my ears, and then on my pack, on my socks, and on my shorts. And 90% of the time, they're still attached. But these are plant-based, and they're also deep-free. So even if they did fall off when we were out in the woods, it wouldn't be the end of the world. As for the tent, that's a little bit challenging since it's the winter and I'm not going to set it up because I need the ground to set it up. So it's a 3-person backpacking tent from Mountain Warehouse, which is not the lightest thing in the world. We plan to upgrade, but for now it works. When we split the poles and the pegs and the tarp and all of that stuff between the two of us, it ends up working out to be the same amount in both of our packs, and we have not had any problems. However, we did try and set it up on a tent pad this past summer, and that was an interesting experience because we were on a cliff in Newfoundland and it was very windy, to say the least. But it worked, it didn't fall over, and we were warm and dry and that's a positive in my book. So it works for us for now. Now, luckily, I do have a couple meals that I can show you that we do take into the backcountry with us. These ones are ones that we heat water up for, so we do bring the camp stove for these ones. We picked them up this past summer because they were on sale. So this is what we've got. This isn't what we always take, but I like this brand and they always taste good. So you can't go wrong. Alpine Air are the ones that we picked up. This one is rustic 3-cheese sausage lasagna. It has 800 calories and 44 grams of protein. So we end up just sharing this because we have tons of snacks during the day. So this is a nice like hearty lunch or hearty dinner after we've had a ton of snacks during the day. The second one that we picked up is also Alpine Air, and it's grilled chicken quattro formaggi pasta. The packaging doesn't really show you much. They all kind of look the same, but 620 calories, 39 grams of protein. Tasty dinner after walking all day. And we got a little treat one. So we would probably have this on like our first night or our last night to celebrate the trip. And it is cinnamon apple crisp. I've personally had this one before. It is divine. I didn't know that dehydrated apple crisp could taste so good until I had this. I would highly recommend this little dessert package. I'm sure you can make it from home just as easily, but this one's something fierce. This is what the suitcase looks like. I haven't gotten to the bags yet, but I've put everything sort of that we've gone through all over the place. This is the tent over here that I'm not gonna put together for you. As for packs, this is my pack. I recently got this one this past like Christmas for the season. It's great. It's the perfect size for me, 34 liters. I can pack a ton of stuff in here, and I just attach my sleeping bag to the outside on the bottom. There, that's it on. You can't really see it. Can you see it in the, there you go. I wear it on the small setting because the back, you can change the height of the bag where it sits on your back. I wear it on the small setting. That's extremely comfortable. I haven't found any problems with like shoulder fatigue or anything like that. And it stays nice and close to my center of gravity. So that works great for me. Leah's, however, is 55 liters. She's a lot bigger than I am, height-wise, so she can carry a lot more. 20 liters more, to be precise. Now, as for jackets and things of that nature, we picked up some shells as well as some insulated hoodies this past summer for our hiking trip. I believe the insulated hoodies are Rab. I don't know if they make them anymore, but they look like this. As for the outer shell, we went with Marmot. I can't remember what the jacket's called. Maybe it says inside of it. Nope. I'll figure it out. I'll put it over here. I know they're bright yellow, but honestly, it helps the visibility when we're out in the forest. So there's only good things to be said about the yellow color. Obviously, I would have loved a black color, but they were on sale. So we picked them up, and they're very lightweight. Now, the only qualm I have with them is that they don't pack down into themselves, which is really unfortunate. But it's a small price to pay to have a Gore-Tex outer shell. So the only other things I end up using when we're out in the woods or out on a trail and the weather's a little unpredictable is my outdoor research jacket that does actually fold into its own pocket. And it seems to be a pretty popular one. So I'll show you that one. Diamond Fuse. Wow. That one I find is really, really good when I'm having more of like a casual outing and I'm not worried about it downpouring all over us. So it's a really good lightweight option to just have in your backpack when you're walking around a new town or you're just going for a stroll and you're worried that it's gonna rain. That is very reliable. And the Rab hoodies also fit underneath it, which is perfect. Extra bonus, extra layer warmth. My Gregory day pack as well, the Nano 22, is my other honorable mention in terms of what I bring outside with me. This bad boy has its own hydration pack. It's kind of been through it. It's got some scuffs on it. This is what I was using before I got a proper backpacking backpack. Teeny tiny. Okay, before I end the video, I figured it was only fitting to mention the footwear that we use as well. Like hiking gear, you can kind of get away with anything in terms of like clothing, but what's on your feet and your socks is super important. So for socks, I wear Smart Wool socks, the full cushion ones, because my feet hurt if not. And Smart Wool is very quick to dry and wick sweat away. So they're perfect. They don't smell as quickly if you're out in the woods for a little while. So those, hands down, best socks. I would love to try out Darn Tough just because of their warranty, but I haven't picked any up yet, so I can't speak on them. As for shoes, I wear Ultras, the Lone Peak all-weather ones. I love them. They're a little bit roughed up for one season, but they fit great, and I really, really like that they're low to the floor. No arches, nothing. They're great. I love them. I got these on sale this summer too, so always look for sale stuff because these are amazing. As for Leah, she wears Solomon's, the Ultra, I can't remember what they're called. These are the Solomon's that I got her for Christmas last year. They're great. She loves them. There's a little bit of wear starting to show on them, but we're pretty rough on our shoes and they've lasted us quite a while. So that is the backpacking, unpack, suitcase, haul, whatever you want to call it, gear list for last summer. There will be some new additions this summer, I'm sure, when we go camping, backpacking, all of the things. But yeah, thanks for sticking around. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope it showed you a little bit about what you can do on a budget instead of going out and purchasing a whole bunch of expensive stuff. Thanks for watching. Bye. After all the fun of showing you all the gear, I get to enjoy unpacking and putting it all away. So, wish me luck.